A military plane crash in Mississippi claimed the lives of 16 people this week, and tonight we've learned 3 of them are from California.
So many things that he impressed upon people, and that had such a positive impact on other people's lives.
At least one of the men killed graduated from UC Davis in 2009.
New tonight, CBS 13's Macy Jenkins spoke to his former roommate. She joins us now in the newsroom with more on their discussion. Macy?
Well, Adrian and Sam, the troops that were headed on that plane, they were going from North Carolina to California when the plane went down. Sean Elliott was on board that plane. I spoke with his former college roommate tonight, who called the fallen Marine the best person he knew.
Everyone who met Sean will remember him in a good way. He lived the life that he was going for.
Skiing buddies, fraternity brothers, and best friends. That's how Jason Pepper describes his former roommate, Captain Sean Elliott.
Sean is the most authentic person I've ever met. Regardless of what other people might think, he was going to do what he thought was interesting, what he thought was fun.
30-year-old Elliott graduated from UC Davis in 2009. He was a member of the ski team and a house manager for Sigma Phi Epsilon. Pepper calls him enthusiastic, good-mannered, and the most sincere person he knew.
When he joined the ROTC, it was obvious that he was such a good fit.
Elliott died Monday along with 14 other Marines and a sailor when their KC-130 transport plane crashed in a Mississippi soybean field. There were no survivors. Tuesday, military veterans lined up along a Mississippi highway to pay tribute to the fallen service members.
First thing I did, I dropped down on my knees and prayed, and that's the best I can do, and try to honor their memory.
Los Angeles native Sergeant Chad Jensen was also on the plane.
I love this young man.
Football coach Charles Aerosmith says out of the thousands of kids he's coached, Jensen was 1 in a million.
The last 30 seconds of his life taking care of everybody else on that plane, because that's who he is. It's just what he would do.
Now, the cause of the crash is still unclear, but the Marine Corps says there was an in-flight mishap as the plane flew at 20,000 feet.
Well, such a significant loss on so many levels. Macy, thanks for bringing the personal story there tonight.